we are going to be talking about our pages feature. So how you can build out these pages within CompanyCam. I'm also going to talk on our reports feature. We've had reports for a really long time as well. And so how you can use these within your workflow on both mobile and on desktop. And here's like a quick little agenda. So I'll kind of do a pages overview for you, how to create a page within CompanyCam, using AI in our pages, templating out a page, so being able to save and reuse that, and then just a few helpful tips and tricks, and then some things that are coming soon for our pages feature. Okay. Let me reshare my screen here. There we go. Okay. So to get started with pages, if this is new for you, when you guys go into a project, these tabs here at the top, so you'll see pages, and then I'm also on a project here on my mobile side. Pages is going to be the tab on the left-hand side. And so if this is your first time seeing pages, or maybe you've been using them for a bit, pages are a really great way for you to build out like a progress report or an invoice or a materials list. Honestly, no customer uses pages the same way. So that's what's really exciting about it is when you create a page, it's kind of like you can use a template that we have for you where it's going to be built out, or you can create a blank page and really build out whatever you want. So that's the beauty of it, which is kind of different than our reports. If you've been with us for a while, those are really structured. A page is more of like a free-flowing document. And we want you guys to dream big and think about, what can I use with a page within CompanyCam? So again, our pages just allow your team to document and be collaborative. And once you build something amazing together, sharing a page is also really simple. So you can text that out to a customer, download it as a PDF, whatever you would like. So a customizable notebook is really kind of how we market our page here, and hope that that's how you guys can start using it. So to dive in, pages in general, I want to show you guys a few examples of what our customers, how they have been using it, and some templates that we have shared within CompanyCam. So also, I want to point out here, if you are not seeing access to templates when I show you this, it's because you're probably on a pro account. So this is going to be an account-based feature to access a template. However, you guys all should have access to use a page. So at the end, I'll connect you with your customer success manager here if you guys need access to some more features. So we got our pages tab here on the left-hand side. I want to show you guys one just as an example here. So here's a change order. Let me just expand this a little bit for you. So this is more of a general construction one. So they were in their project and they clicked create page and they built this out. They are a premium or an elite user, so they saved it as a template, which means they can save and reuse this over and over again. This change order is happening for them almost on every single project. So this page was blank when they got started, and then they built this out. So you can see that you have access to text here. You can build out a table. Continuing with the table down here. This one, they already got started on it, so you can add in your project photos very easily. And we've got a few more tables down here. It looks like these guys are elite features or elite users. They're sending this out for a signature as well. So again, the beauty of a page is being able to build this out how you want. That toolbar here is down at the bottom where they created that and built this out. So let me show you an example of another one here. Let's go to an invoice with photos. So this is from one of our cleaning services. They built out a page in the form of an invoice. So again, pretty basic again on how they did it with the text, and they have their tables within here. And then their team fills this out either on the mobile side or on the desktop side. They'll come back and fill out this table here and all of the information needed. They add in their photos, and then they can, of course, send that out the door. You're going to see the export PDF and share button here in the top left corner. So just to get started, I wanted to give you guys a few examples on how you can use a page. And I'll show you when you create that for the first time, what a blank page even looks like. This is what it looked like when they got started. And then they built out, that materials list, invoice, whatever. So how this is different from our reports. So again, if you've been with us for a little bit, you know that our reports are a little bit more structured. So on the desktop side here, pages was here. I'm going to navigate over to reports. And when I hit create report, it kind of walks you through these steps. So this is where you can give it a title, include your photos. And when you hit create report, we give you sections where you can add in information and add in photos here. Again, where the page, when you create it, it kind of starts with a blank page and you can structure it out from there. So both are fantastic. I know a lot of our customers are using our reports more on the insurance side. However, if you're wanting a little bit more flexibility with how these look, I think pages are going to be a really great option for you. Okay, so to get started here, I also wanted to talk to you guys about our quick caption. And the reason why we're going to talk about quick caption is because this flows into a page very nicely. So when I say quick caption, what I mean by that is on the mobile side, when your team is out in the field and they're on the project, so I'm in my Pinnacle Arena Condos project, I'm going to navigate down to my camera. So when I take a photo, this button that says description pops up. So I can talk into my phone and leave a description with that photo. So let me go ahead and do that again. I'm going to take a photo here of my water bottle. I'm going to click description and say, make sure we clean the water bottle. Done. We got our screen up here, same thing. I'm going to take the photo, click description that pops up and say, make sure we fix the TV. So by getting into the habit of leaving some context with your photos, we can then later load that into a page or into a report. We also have AI within CompanyCam that we're going to cover. The AI can use that context to build out a nice little summary for you. So if there's one thing I can tell you, if you're training your team for the first time or they need a refresher, when your team is out in the field and they open up the camera, being able to just talk into your phone quickly, leave a little note, will set you guys up nicely to load that into a page or report in the future. So this description feature came out probably about a year ago or so, so it hasn't been there forever, but it is a really nice handy feature that again flows into our AI, into our pages, so you can load that in very quickly. So a great baseline for you before we start creating these pages. So you have your photos, you're leaving your context out in the field. Now we want to put these photos into a page or into a report. So just to kind of touch on it again, the Pages tab here is both desktop and on mobile. If you're just getting started for the first time, your first step will be this plus button that says plus page. This will be on mobile. And on desktop, you'll see plus create page. So you can do a blank page if you would like. So the new page will be here. And we can do blank page on the desktop side. And then this is where you can start filling this out. You can add some of your context and really get started on that. When you hit this plus button, create page, some of you might have this option that says use a template. Let me also do that on the mobile here for you. So you can see this both mobile and desktop. So premium users, elite users here, you have example templates as well. So we built these out for you. You can click on them, you can view them quickly. If you do want to use one of these, like this pre-built report, you just simply click on it. You can view it here. Like, is this what I want? Maybe we want a different one here. You can hit your back arrow. Let's come down to our checklist here. So I want to use this cleaning services one. Simply click use a template and it will pull that in for you. So now you have the ability to put your spin on this. So if you want to put your company name on here, you maybe don't like the way this table looks, or you just want to keep adding to it, you have the ability to do that and you can save and reuse it moving forward. Any questions here as we get started with pages? Okay, fantastic. So again, want to reiterate that you can use these both on desktop and on mobile. And you can create these on your own and you can save them as a template here. We're going to get into that and what that means. So you can reuse them over and over again, like a materials list, an invoice, things like that. Okay, let's talk about some AI with pages. So on the mobile side, let's get started there with our AI and what you can do. So On the mobile side, when you hit plus page, you will see you have summary, daily log, progress recap, and walkthrough note. You can also use the summary, daily log, and progress recap on the desktop side. On the mobile, you'll see that it has like a purple and blue gradient around some of these, and that means that it is AI powered. So that when you click on it, you're able to tap into that and have it do like a quick summary for you. So I wanted to show you what that looks like first before I show you how to do it. So if you guys are going to do an AI summary in a project, I had one pulled up here that I did earlier this morning. And what it's doing, AI is going to create a quick summary for you with the photos that I chose, and it will write this out for you using the context from the photos. So that quick caption that I showed you when you're taking those photos and speaking into your phone, or maybe you're typing out the description, the AI is using that to create that summary. This is a really great way to summarize what you're doing out in the field for those back in the office. I've heard that a lot. They're using it for internal use, or if you want to send this out to the customer quick on what you did that day, you can create that quick summary and you can share this out. Real quick, before I show you how to do it, the project recap and daily log, I'll just show you what that looks like. Very similar. It's going to add some more information here, like the project name, the address, and the date. It's going to have it built out here with the photos, and it puts it into nice sections. So adding this top piece here is really nice with the project recap. And then one more, let's do the daily log. So again, going to be kind of that similar format for you, and AI is creating this for you with the overview of the summary and the photos. And then it has remaining to-dos. So when I was talking to my phone, I said a few things like, make sure we power wash the stone wall. You can see that here. And so it put it down lower with the remaining to-dos. That is one of the advantages of the daily log. So how do you do this? So your team is out in the field, they're taking their photos, they're leaving the context there or typing it out or speaking into their phone. And then what they'll do is come to the Pages tab here. You can also do it on desktop. We're going to hit plus page, and then let's do that progress recap, or maybe let's do the daily log. Let's do the middle one here, daily log. And you can see it puts a nice little note there for you to remind you, like share photos with a brief AI summary, overview of today, project update. So let's do daily log. And then the next step is, which photos would you like to include? So I'm going to scroll down here just a little bit more. I'm going to select a few photos. I'm selecting photos that have these lines on them. That means there's that description on them. So AI can use that to create that summary. Not every photo needs that. You need at least 3 to create that summary for you though. All right, and once I've done that, I'm going to hit generate. I'm going to do it here on the mobile or on the desktop side as well. Okay. So my mobile one here was just made. That's fantastic. And I've got it going on the desktop side as well. So it does it pretty quickly for you, and it puts out your information here with the photos that you selected. I selected a few more on the mobile side here, so I've got some more remaining to-dos and notes. But the best part is that you guys are editors within CompanyCam, so nothing is final. You can click into here, enter down, and add more information if you want. If you want to get rid of a photo, you can simply remove it from the page as well. So this gives you a great baseline to start. And if you want to add in more information, you can. You'll notice you can add a cover page if you would like. If you have your company logo loaded into your account, that will populate on there. This is going to have your company information. And you can change this up if you would like. You can see I can easily edit this. And then last step, of course, you can export this as a PDF here, or you can hit share where you can copy that link, text it out, send it out via email. So going to be very similar on the mobile side as well. Just hit those 3 dots, export to PDF, share this as a link. Again, you can add that cover page and even access your page settings if you would like.
Want to talk a little bit over like translation and Spanish speaking on pages.
Okay, sure, absolutely. So depending on your account, which one you're on, you do have access to the translations. Is that premium or elite? I'm trying to remember here. Okay, we're gonna double check that for you here and we can drop some of that into the chat, but you may have access to the translations piece within CompanyCam depending on what plan you're on. The last AI feature I want to talk about is your walkthrough note. So that's going to be the final one down here. So you click on walkthrough note. This one goes live for you. So once you click on it, you'll see that it starts like a countdown for you. And this one, you've maybe seen a few like advertisements about it. It's a great thing to do when you get started like with a project. So let me click on this here and you'll see that I'm like arriving at the job site. I want to get all of my thoughts onto a page. So I have it in this project here and then we can go from there. So I'm going to click on walkthrough note. It's going to give me a countdown here. So I'm going to get started. So we're at CompanyCam headquarters here and we are going to just do a few renovations to this conference room. So I'm going to click on photos, or I'm sorry, I'm going to take a photo here of this screen and say, we need to fix this. It is damaged. This chair over here also needs to be cleaned. And we have some wheels down here that are damaged. And we also have some tech over here that needs to be adjusted. I'm going to hit the mute button here. So you do have access to hit mute. So the AI stops listening to you. Maybe somebody comes up and talks to you. There's loud noise in the background. We get you're on a job site. You just want to pause for a minute. So you can simply unmute and continue your walkthrough note here. And just to reiterate, I am taking photos and speaking out loud. This is not a video. So the final page will be kind of similar to what you've been seeing here. It's going to have notes with photos, but I'm just doing this in real live time, again, just to get all my thoughts out there and just walk through the property. So I'm going to unmute here and let's go ahead and finish up. And we're going to have, I know that our screen over there, I believe, is also damaged. Let's go ahead and take a photo of that. So let's go ahead and hit done. We'll wait for that to process. Takes just a minute here. I know I took a few photos there. Give it a few more seconds here. I think I've got a walkthrough note down here as well that I did earlier. Okay, it's taking its sweet time today. So let me go down and find one that I already did. I believe this was my walkthrough note I did earlier today. So again, the page is going to look very similar to the other ones. The only difference is that, as you saw, I was doing it in live time where I'm talking out loud, I'm taking photos, and it's summarizing my notes for me. So you can always go back and view your transcript if this is, so this is a walkthrough note. So these three dots, you can view the transcript. So I'm walking around. I want to make sure that what I said was correct or that the measurements were correct. You can always copy this and keep it for later. So I can see everything that I said. And then that summary was then generated with AI and put into a nice output here with bullet points and photos. And you have, kind of your structure here. So you will do that walkthrough note on the mobile side. That is the only one that is not available here on the desktop. There we go. Now it pulled up on mobile. So you can simply click on it. And just like the other pages, if you tap the screen, you can edit this some more and add in more information and have the ability to send that out the door if you would like. Again, view that transcript, see the page settings, and go from there. One of our newer features with our walkthrough note is that you can now turn these into a checklist. So if checklists are new for you guys or you haven't played with those yet, that's going to be a different tab over here. We cover checklists in other classes, so you can check that out on our website. There are kind of our digital to-do list here within CompanyCam. And so let's say you did that walkthrough note at the start of a project and you want to now create that into a checklist. So if you click into your page and click your three dots in the top right corner and hit create checklist, it's going to load here and it will put this into the checklist tab, into a checklist format where your team can then go access, they can check things off, take photos, and have that live under the checklist tab as well. So I will let this load for just a little bit so you guys can see the end result here. Okay, that loaded. So I was in my page, I hit the three dots and hit create checklist, and then it automatically navigates you over to the checklist tab and it will be the first one loaded. So I can click on this here and you can see it took that information and now put it into the checklist format. So our checklists are a really great way for everybody to stay on the same page. As you can see, you can check things off here and you can click your camera and take photos and attach it to a certain field within a checklist and move on. So this is really just a great way to streamline everything from the start to the finish here. And of course, just like the pages, you can export these checklists and share them with customers or just keep for internal use as well. So that is one of our newer features with the AI walkthrough, is being able to turn that page into a digital checklist. Alrighty. Last big thing we're going to talk about today is our templates. So I kind of mentioned this already today, and it was the first thing I showed you when we got started. When I was on my pages tab here, I was showing you some different invoices and materials lists, things like that. I have all of those saved as templates within CompanyCam. And so a template just means, again, you can save and you can reuse this on every single job site. You can access your template library. So templates are going to be on our premium and elite side of CompanyCam. And on the desktop side, you can access this on the left-hand side. This will be my template library. So you can template a lot of things within CompanyCam, but specifically today, since we're talking about pages, that's going to be the last tab up here on the right-hand side. This is just where I can manage all of them. So that inspection page that I use every single time, I can click on it here. I can create that page template here as well. So if you guys are getting started with pages for the first time, you can create that here as well. And so if I want to click into my inspection page and maybe I need to add another point here, I can easily go and edit that template. I can delete it if I no longer need to use this as well. So your template hub is where all of that will live. Now, if you're going to be creating a page and saving it as a template for the first time, so let's go ahead and let's say maybe we want to save this one as a template. So let me go to that on mobile as well. Okay, so let's say you guys created your page after this class here and you want to now save it as a template so you can reuse it over and over again. If you click on your three dots in the top right corner, both mobile and desktop, this is where you'll see the option that says save as new template. So I already had this one saved, so it does say new. So let's give it a updated property repair report. Go ahead and hit save. It'll say that that template was saved. It will now live under this library here. So now when I go into the job and I click on pages, if I hit create page, use a template, will be right there for you where you can pull it in and start using it. Going to be very similar on the mobile side with pages. You can hit plus page, use a template, go pull the one that you just created or all of the templates you may already have in there. And of course, you can use those example templates as well that we have pre-built for you. So while we're talking about templates here, just a quick plug here. being able to template a page is amazing. You can also template documents, reports, checklists, and projects. So it's kind of a lot of information to look at this, and definitely something that your success manager would love to set up for you, give you a quick demo on how that works. And so as we kind of wrap up our class here, we have one more thing to talk about. I just want you guys to know if you would like to set up a training with them to dive into this and how this can work for you. We would be more than happy to do that. So feel free to drop something in the chat if you would like that. I'm going to drop an email at the end as well if you'd rather reach out that way. But we just want to make sure you guys know how to use this and go into the nitty-gritty details, since we really only got to talk about pages today. So want to make sure you know that we would love to set up these templates for you. So the last thing here with our pages as a whole, just a few things that we've released and some things that are coming for it. So I talked about our pages and how they can turn into a checklist. That was one of our newer features that we just released. We've done a lot to our pages, like even some of the formatting got an update here. Specifically, let me show you one here. So if I create a page, and let's say I'm gonna pop some of my photos in here. When I hit choose my layout, I have the ability to include photo description and those photo comments. So when I was talking to my phone there, this is where you can choose if you would like to include those or not. And kind of your structure here on 2 pages or 2 photos per row, or if you would like 3 or more of a gallery look. This was one of our most recent updates. And even your photo size, if you'd like it to be more of a square or the original photo, you can do that as well. So you can add those in here now. You can see that it pulled those up. Those descriptions came in as well. That's fantastic. And then I have even the details here on who took that photo, where and when, all of that good information. So if you guys have more feedback about our pages, that is definitely something you can share with your success manager. We'd love to hear it. We're always kind of working on these and wanting to make these right for you guys. So the last thing with this would be we're kind of working on some AI, like an AI bot assistant on the desktop side here, helping you kind of talk with it and build out the page that you want. If it's a roofing report, if it's a materials list. So that is not live now. It is something that we are messing around with. So some cool, again, AI things coming, but of course, keep sharing your feedback with your CSM, and so we can pass that to our product team. Okay, any more questions about pages, Sammy? Okay. Sure, absolutely. So let me kind of move over here. So like Sammy said, if you guys have had questions today, or if you would like training, we are writing this down and we will have them reach out to you either today or tomorrow morning, and they can set up a training with you. They can answer your questions here and help you out there. So all of you guys do have a success manager, and we will get you in contact with them. So on my resources page here, as you can see, is it sharing my resource page? Okay, well, let me reshare really quick. There we go. So if you guys have a technical problem with CompanyCam out in the field, we do have a great support team. You can email them at support@companycam.com, or you can chat with them in the app or on the desktop side as well. If you have a Spanish-speaking team or need some resources there, we do have a help page as well as some classes for you, and even a YouTube page with a lot of our information all in Spanish for you. Our help page here, we like to send those links out for you. It's a really great resource to have. I use it all the time too, and I work here just to know, like, what do all of these features do and what do they, not do? And so having this favorited on your computer is just a really great idea and one of the best tips and tricks I would give for you guys. So companycam.com/help, a great place to read quick articles. There's like screenshots on there too about our different features within CompanyCam. If you need some more videos, we have more classes. So again, these are recorded. They're going to be on the website. We also have a YouTube channel as well. You can watch quick little how-to videos there, all on our resources page. You can find that URL right here. We're also dropping it in the chat. And then I already said this, but the personalized training, you all have a success manager, and we would love to get you connected with them. So you guys can always email here, but I know you guys are probably already dropping in there if you would like some assistance, or if you had a question in here, they will be following up with you. So want to make sure you get connected with them and can use them as your resource.